I'm not saying that the Chief Minister should not have a private jet or a private aircraft. That's not a problem. But the manner in which it was displayed on social media and the timing of it, to say the very least, is insensitive to the people of the state which elected this government and this party in power. Lavanya.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Let me set the record correct. It is not CM's private plane. It was a plane chartered by someone else, and the CM took a ride in the plane back to Karnataka. It's good that we are discussing about PM's ride in this particular, private flight. We also need to discuss about BJP's private flights, BJP flying multiple daily flights privately. We also need to discuss when there was severe flooding in Karnataka in 2019, BJP was doing Operation Kamala, and they had multiple private flights parked especially to kidnap and take our MLAs to Bombay. They brought them back in private planes. Nobody had any objections at that point of time. We also would like to know if Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who deemed that the previous PM's planes were not fit enough for him, he has a special plane which is 8,000 crore worth. Does it not land in Manipur? Does it not land in Tamil Nadu when there are floods? Does it not land in Karnataka now that there are droughts? Let us talk about private planes of all leaders. You know what we are missing here is when Zameer, who posted this video, everybody talks about that video. Nobody talks about the announcement that Zameer made when he landed in Bangalore, saying our slum dwellers will get houses for 1 lakh. 1,80,000 slum dwellers.
So, Lavanya, allow me an interjection. You've made your point. Also, I'll give you another 1 minute. You have opening 2 minutes time to speak. One interjection, ma'am. One interjection. You said at the outset at your opening statement that this particular private jet was someone else's. I believe people have a right to know when you say someone else's, how exactly was it funded, and that's the heart and the root of the debate, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yes. So this is not funded by the exchequer of Karnataka. It is funded by the person who hired this plane, who happens to be an MLC in Karnataka. He was the one who hired this plane. It is not his plane. He hired this private plane. It's not like the BJP MPs do not fly from Bangalore to Delhi in private planes, right? We have seen that multiple times. But let us also discuss about why this whole thing happened. Our leaders were forced to go to Delhi to ask for financial justice for Karnataka because the central government is refusing to release the funds meant for Karnataka's rightful share. Also because 25 BJP MPs in Karnataka are refusing to do their work. There is dereliction of duty by them. There is no funds being given by the central government to Karnataka, even for the droughts this year.
So, ma'am, you think this video was in bad taste, to say the very least? I'm just lowering, the tenor of my argument to understand where exactly do you stand. Do you think that this particular video was in bad taste? And then I'll take the point to the BJP spokesperson.
Absolutely. I also spoke to Zameer sir today, and I said there was no necessity for you to post this video. Okay. Multiple leaders, including BJP leaders, fly private planes from Bangalore to Delhi.
You've made that point. If you have Shehzad, a quick rebuttal from you. Please, go ahead.
I did not intervene when Lavanya was speaking. I hope she'll extend the same courtesy. The issue is not about constitutional functionaries using chartered planes or private planes to go from one place to another because of security reasons or because of other constraints like time. That's not the issue. The issue is that at a time when the state is suffering from a drought, you've come to ask the Centre for Additional Relief Fund. You have already had a history where you increased milk prices, you increased electricity tariffs, you've not been able to deliver on the promises, the bankruptcy is there in the state, you're saying no development projects are available to be done. In that context, you have a minister, and ministers work not just on constitutional position but on lok large. In that context, he puts a video flaunting the VVIP luxury and puts the backdrop of Sultan as if he is the Sultan of Karnataka. This is offensive. This is obscene. Now, I'm glad that Lavanya has taken this position that she finds the video obscene. But Ramalinga Reddy, who's the minister in that government, has come out and said it's their private moment. Mr. Siddaramaiah has started giving some other excuses. Other people are saying, but you travel in this plane, you travel in that plane. By the way, the 8,000 crore planes that you're talking about were ordered by Manmohan Singh. By the way, when Manmohan Singh used to fly abroad, he used to spend 9.5 crores per trip for the 642 crores that he spent on 67 trips. Prime Minister Modi's expenses are far lesser than that, as put out by the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And the question is, what is your priority? If you are going to seek funds and relief for the people of Karnataka, you are so disconnected from the sentiment of the people of Karnataka that you obscenely put this video. You should be sacking this man, who also, by the way, Lavanya, says that if you don't wear a hijab, you will be raped. This is the legacy or the backdrop of this man, Zameer Ahmed Khan. So therefore, you must tell your minister that at least he must have low class, and that is the only issue. It's not about private planes going from, by the way, but when your coffers are empty, why are you buying 33 luxurious cars for ministers? When your coffers are empty, you're increasing milk prices. And on the other hand, you're saying that we don't have any money for development. Then why such splurge? And by the way, if the MLC has so much money to charter such a VVIP flight, why are they asking for donation?
I'm coming to that point.
Why are they asking for donation?
Isn't this the party of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, which preached to the entire world the power of simplicity and austerity? At a time when the state is battling the worst of the drought, you pointed out that this plane was hired by an MLC in Karnataka, and he might have done that out of his private funds. But what kind of public messaging is here, I wonder, as a citizen, that when a state is battling a situation of this nature, is that where our elected representatives are really spending on?
Well, the question applies to the Prime Minister also, right?
But that applies to you also. I'll ask that about the Prime Minister, but it applies to you also.
Absolutely. I'm not saying the question doesn't apply to us. All I'm saying is there is a disconnect. When it comes to the Prime Minister, there is no questions asked. When it comes to BJP, there is no questions asked. It is only when the Congress leaders do something, oh, everybody remembers there is no funds. Excuse me, I would like to put the record straight. There are funds in Karnataka. There are works happening in Karnataka. Zameer Ahmed got out of that flight and said 180,000 slum dwellers in Karnataka will receive houses for 1 lakh rupees. That's a huge thing.
All I can say as a student of law and social science, that irony died 1,000 deaths. I mean, you get off a plane like that with that video on social media, flaunting those luxuries, and then you talk about slum dwellers. It doesn't add up, Lavanya. In my moral compass, it doesn't add up. And I'm not saying that question is alone for the Congress party, but it's a self-goal. It's not that the BJP has tweeted this video. Your own party members have tweeted this video.
It is Zameer Ahmed himself who has tweeted this video.
Exactly.
Tweeted this video. It is just like how Narendra Modi ji was feeding peacocks during COVID times when our migrant laborers were dying on the roads, walking back home. It's as insensitive as that. I totally agree with that. I totally agree.
So you agree it's insensitive. But Lavanya, I find this argument very appalling. So morally, there's no difference between the Congress and the BJP because the Congress distinguishes itself from the BJP. My last point to you, then I'll go to Shehzad.
Of course, we are different from the BJP. We are not partying here.
It's a circular argument, Lavanya, that you're making, Shehzad.